We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today's look is inspired by Japanese modern art. So if you want to see how I created this look, then definitely keep on watching.
Keep coming back.
Jumping right in, we're going to take the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in Y205. And I'm just going to place this with the flat brush and blend it all in. To set my foundation, I'm going to take Sugarpill's Tako eyeshadow and a powder puff and press this onto the skin. Now we're jumping into this limited edition pressed powder from Sugarpill. I will list the name down below because I can't pronounce it. And I'm just going to place this on the cheekbones. Moving on to Love Plus by Sugarpill and deepening up that area as well. I also decided that it wasn't bright enough, so I went into Suva Beauty's Bloody Mary and a stippling brush and just topped it right on top. Next, we're going to take a fluffy brush and the same three red colors, and I'm going to place this slightly above my natural crease line and start blending everything upward, as well as dragging it down my nose and contouring my nose with the same red. To blend in all of my harsh lines, I'm going to take a stippling brush with the color Buttercupcake from Sugarpill. I'm going to place this at the edges of all my lines and then blend it all in, and it will give us a nice gradient orange. To cut my crease, I'm going to use the NYX Away We Glow in Moon Glow, and I'm just going to use a flat brush to carve out the shape that I want. And then we're going to go in with Frostbite from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to pat this right on top of the Moon Glow. And I'm also going to use the Frostbite to highlight my entire face. Moving on to the eyeliner, I'm going to take a water activated paint and a painting brush, and I'm just going to start mapping out my eyeliner. I did mine pretty thick and then really thin towards the end, and then I went ahead and dragged it underneath my eye as well. I was a little nervous for doing a double liner, so I started to use a smaller liner brush, but it didn't necessarily help. So I just went in with the same paint and created a double liner. And then I topped it off with the NYX Cosmetics Sunlit eyeliner.
Of things we know.
So using the same water activated paint, I went ahead and drew on some brows. While the paint was still wet, I dragged the inner corner down towards my nose, just give it a little bit more gradients. And then I decided that my eyes were still missing something, so I added another liner underneath. And while that was drying, I went ahead and lined my lips with a red lip liner, and this one is from OCC. And then to fill in my lips, I'm taking the LA Splash Studio Shine Lip Luster, and this one is in Aurora. So then I went back to the eye area and I started to apply little tiny dots because you guys know that I love them. And then I went ahead and applied a red dot to the center of my face on each side. But then I felt like I looked like the girl from Star Wars, so I added another dot at the bottom, and then I added a straight line extending from the bottom liner straight through, and then some cross hatching through the little circles.
This material world.
And because glitter makes everything better, I used NYX Cosmetics Glitter in Red, and I applied this to the bottom portion of my eye, my lips, and then the inner corners of my brows.
Keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back.
Moving on to the chest portion, as you can see, I had no idea what exactly I wanted to do. So I started to fill in the little sun for my sunrise effect with some yellow water activated paint. And then I finished mapping out the lines that I wanted for the sun rays with a red lip liner. And I believe this one is from Makeup Forever. Taking a small stippling brush and some water activated paint, I'm using a dabbing motion to fill in the background of my sun rays. I wanted this area to have a lot of texture in it, which is why I'm using this method. I also went ahead with a smaller stippling brush and a gray paint and did the exact same thing, just filling in the areas that the black didn't fill in. And then I went ahead and let that dry so none of the paint would pick up. So I started to shade in my sun with a little bit of the Love Plus from Sugar Pill. So taking my stencil from Graffiti Eyes and a water activated paint, I just pressed on the stencil with some paint to add a little bit more texture. And then I went in with the LA Splash Alabaster Body Liner for some dotting. And then I took a red water activated paint and started to fill in all of the rays that I initially left open. I applied only one layer and then I set everything with some red eyeshadow. To finish the look, I went ahead and grabbed a little bit of the black body paint and a dry brush, and I dragged the paint from the outside in. And then I applied some glitter where the sun and the rays meet, just to blend it in a little bit better. And then we applied some bottom lashes. These are from NYX Cosmetics, but I don't recall the name. And then I also applied some jewels to the inner corner of my eye. I took the alabaster liner and placed some dots in the empty space underneath my eye. Some top lashes, and these are from Fright Night and Mesmerizing. And that pretty much concludes our look for today. Thank you guys as always for watching and for tuning back in. We truly appreciate you guys. If there's anything that you guys want to see, definitely let us know. We love you, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao!